Philly. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
And incomplete to open things up.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers again now.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down before he can really get anything going. May have picked up a few extra yards there on that return of the missed field goal, but not much.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10 way up at the 37.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
He's going deep for Brown. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 63 yards.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The kick by Crosby is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing is Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Rodgers now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now, Pat O'Donnell, he's in familiar territory. Did his collegiate punting in this stadium for the University of Miami. He's on to kick it away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. On the move to his left.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Now very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. And yet again. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
They lead big, and a major part of that
has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do act.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders, 47 yards. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Marcus Epps in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Rodgers And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he will dive trying to get the first down, but it looks like he's going to be marked down just short.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.